are back. This is the last segment, I guess I should say, to the podcast version of this episode of BTB. And before we go, I want to talk about issues that can come up, especially during colonoscopies and things of that nature, and how you have to always be on the lookout for issues of sepsis and things like that. Now, for you guys that are listening and if you didn't have an opportunity to listen to all of this entire podcast, again, I'm Marcus Boston, but you got to kind of first think about, okay, well, what is sepsis in the big scheme of things? And sepsis is a very, very serious medical condition, and it deals with a whole body inflammatory state in a lot of cases, I should say. And it's usually caused by the immune system's response to some type of serious infection. It can be a bacterial infection. It can be a fungi infection. It can be a virus. It could be parasites in the blood. It's the body's response to some type of serious infection. And I want to talk specifically about this fact pattern, and so you can see what you need to be on the lookout for, especially if you're having a colonoscopy and you're having issues that are stemming from it. Well, the case that I want to talk about deals with an elderly female patient who was diagnosed with stage 3 cervical cancer. Now, about a year after the initial diagnosis of the cancer, she began to experience blood in her stool along with very, very painful bowel movements. So what she did is she went to her doctor, which is what she should have done. And her doctor listened to everything and said, okay, well, you know what? We've got to take a look at this. So the doctor sent her out for a colonoscopy. And the physician that did the colonoscopy found a mass, okay, when they performed it, and they did a biopsy of the mass and everything like that. So while all this was going on, about 2 or 3 weeks had passed, and the patient presented herself back to the hospital, but this time she was complaining of severe abdominal pain. And the hospital immediately did a workup on her to try to find out what was going on. Well, what they found is that when the colonoscopy was performed, her colon had been perforated, and she was suffering from a serious bowel leak. And eventually, of course, sepsis did set in, and she died. Now, why am I talking about this? And it's because you right now are probably on the internet researching Maryland medical malpractice cases, sepsis, was my colonoscopy performed correctly, all of these types of things. And you've got questions. You're wondering, do you have a medical malpractice case? Is there anybody that you can talk to about what you've got going on? This is what you can do. You can pick up the phone and give us a call. We can be reached at 301-850-4832. Again, that's 301-850-4832. If you would prefer to send an email, because we have a lot of clients that's how they initially get in contact with us, is through email. You can send us an email at info@bostonlawllc.com. Again, that's info@bostonlawllc.com. Guys, we answer questions like this regarding Maryland law all the time, and we will be glad to listen to your story. Now, one other thing, if you are a Maryland resident and you've got a Maryland address, we will send you a complimentary copy of our latest book that deals with medical malpractice in Maryland and what you must know before bringing a medical malpractice claim here. So we'll get that out in the mail to you. If you send an email, just say, hey, Mr. Boston, I would like the Maryland medical malpractice book. I live in Maryland. Here's my Maryland address, my mailing address in Maryland. Go ahead and put it out in the mail to me, and we will be glad to go ahead and get that out to you. All right, I see the little red light beeping, so that means my time is up. Oh, And I know it's up, but I'm going to say one more thing. If you are listening to this video right now on YouTube, be sure to take a quick moment and subscribe to our YouTube page. The reason why this is very important is because we update this page a lot, and every time we put up a new video or some more new helpful information, YouTube will send you an email. I believe it's once a week, and say, hey, look, Boston Law Group LLC, they've got some more helpful information up here, some videos that they've put out. You might want to take a look at them. So that will be it. Again, I'm Marcus Boston. Guys, thanks for taking the time to listen to this podcast today. I will see you next time. Bye-bye. You have just listened to a podcast from the trial attorneys at Boston Law Group LLC. For more information, you can reach us at 301-850-4832. And if you would like us to answer a question in one of our podcasts, send us an email at info@bostonlawllc.com. Thank you and have a great day.
Is 3 seconds enough time to review your scans and x-rays? Every second counts. Don't get left in the dark.